Warm greetings to one and all present here. I welcome you all for this webinar on Make Your Work from Home Space More Ergonomic and Good Posture to Have Better Health. It's a great pleasure to welcome Honorary Correspondent Sir, Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'ams, colleagues, faculties of other colleges, dear students and all public who are all attending this event. I hope this session will surely make you to take care of your health. I am really privileged to have the pleasant task on today's online webinar. As we are in lockdown period from mid of March till now, almost 2 months, many employees started to work at home. If it is in office, all sufficient infrastructure will be there. But in home, many employees face lot of health problem like back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain due to improper position of work. Hence, I thought to have a webinar on this topic. Even if we are watching through laptops, iPads, and mobile phone, our eyes also getting lot of strains. So, in all these constraints has to overcome. I am very proud to introduce today's resource person, Ms. Geeta Suresh. She is a curriculum designer and mentor. Welcome you, ma'am. She was heading the Department of Interior Design and Management since its inception, June 2007 till May 2013. She worked as an assistant professor in the Department of Home Science, Mount Carmel College. She worked as NIE, Newspaper in Education Program, as coordinator for Deccan Herald. She organized workshop at Bishop Cotton Girls College and in Mount Carmel College on tie and dye, batik, block printing, and also as creative director, Sugi School of Design. She trained the resource persons for their franchisees and created the syllabus and module on interior design for Oak Fashion Institute, Bangalore. She worked as a lecturer in Anna Adarsh College for Women, Chennai, for a period of 2 years. She is a certified NENGS faculty scholar by National Entrepreneurship Networking with Goldman Sachs and London School of Business. She is an entrepreneur educator certified by National Entrepreneurship Networking at Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. She designed entrepreneurship development syllabus for NCDS and NDCH as part of their compulsory credit course. She is a coordinator of Empowerment Cell of MCC and one of the initiative member in setting up low-cost sanitation napkin production unit at campus with the support of Mr. Muruganandam. He is the first sanitary pad revolutionary man of India. And also various papers she published, she participated and presented at state level, national level, and international level, and she organized several workshops. Thank you for accepting to be a resource person for today's webinar, ma'am. Now I request Ms. Geeta Suresh, ma'am, to take over the session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meena. Meena, can you just switch on the video for a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I really enjoy this session to get back to student community, which we all were missing for the past 2 months. I appreciate and thanks Dr. Meena for organizing this particular topic. When we did a survey, she said, ma'am, yes, this is a very nice thing. Can you do for our students and all are interested in this particular concept? Since we all are sitting at home and working in front of computers, how we could work on it in a very simple way to understand. I thank Meena and I thank the entire institution, Sri Kanika Parmeshwari Arts Science College for Women, the management team and the principal, the IQAC, everyone. Yes, it's one of the best time. The new pandemic is most of us to learn something new. For teachers, I think if this is a teacher community which I'm talking, for us, we always love the chalk and the board. We always sit there and enjoy. And now this is taken as or transformed us into a completely different environment. So let's with it. Just share the Meena, can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Please
I
proceed.
just want to share to screen sharing of the slide to be enabled.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope everyone could hear me. I'm audible. I couldn't get the screen sharing.
Uh, can you start your screen sharing, ma'am?
Yeah, I just tried. It says the host disabled attendee
Oh,
screen sharing. It
okay, one
says.
second, ma'am.
Okay, I welcome. By the time our technical things get ready, I welcome one and all. It's a nice evening to get to know about this current topic, which we all are talking about. And most of us always we thought about that. So sitting in front of a computer means it's always the software boys or girls. It's not for me. Maybe youngsters, yes, you would have loved to handle with your mobile phones, then looking into the system for this long hours. So this is a current thing which today we are planning to talk is how could we avoid certain ways of sitting or what could we do in our home space. That is what we are actually planning to share with you. Yeah, Meena, still I think it couldn't.
Just 2 minutes, ma'am. I'm just looking for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
No.
Also.
But the audio is clear, right? Because
Ah,
some of
yes.
them it's they're not
It's
able to.
very, audio is very clear, ma'am.
Okay, right. I think just you have to say that able it. I think right. And I request once if the system started, we could share our video, our PowerPoint presentation. I think I'll also make video. You also could, so that our bandwidth could be increased and we could have a very clear listening. In between, whenever we want our interactions, we could again get back to it.
Can you enable now, ma'am?
No, it says again a disabled only.
Shall I make you as host, ma'am?
Yeah,
It's
anything.
it's
That's going to.
because it's not coming. I made you as a
I
host,
think
ma'am. You can now share the screen.
now I got it. Can you all see the slides?
It's now viewable, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I think maybe now I'll just mute my video and most of us could mute our video for some time so that our bandwidth will increase and we could have without distraction of seeing at me, you could completely enjoy your talk. Just maybe we could have our video mute.
Kindly all participants mute yourself and video also make it enable.
Yeah, as we're ready, what we are going to talk about, I'm just planning to continue with what Dr. Meena said, the same thing. Make your work from home space ergonomic friendly for a better living. That's what the current trend of topic today, what we are planning. Okay. Is that smile? I could sense some smile in somebody's faces or something. What is that? A familiar sight at home? Is this picture? I could sense it. But to an extent, I'll say that this is not the way we everyday plan to work like this. We plan in a very systematic way. At the end of the day, it could turn up like this. But this is not our routine plan session. So is that work from home is this type of a familiar sight? And is it not that pre-COVID we were working? We went to work, we did everything. But why suddenly this change of this terminologies? As I was telling you some time back when we started this introduction, that work from home, we mentally always decided that is only for the software technologists. And we, the teaching community or the others, always were into the that we go in person and we work. So this particular image, when you look, you could see that yes, I started very professionally in the morning. By end of the day, yes, I ended up like this something. It could happen at a home site, right? So why, what, which we could just see this. Yeah. Our next slide, you could see. We'll start with a story. All of us always love to listen to story. This is one of the very famous Aesop fable. You all know about this. The fox invites a crane for a nice dinner party, but it wants to gulp the entire soup. So what it does, it serves with the plate. Can you look the expression of the fox, the crane? What are you observing here? The crane again gives a tit for tat. This is what we have heard this story in our Aesop fable that don't treat people or somehow which way. But can you observe this image and understand something is going in your mind? Why is she showing this picture? Could this be something related to our today's topic? Is that somewhere you could relate some images or some concept? If yes, I'm very happy. What is this? They have been designed to perfectly take their food in the particular product. Fox has been designed, the mouth of the fox is designed to lick and eat. The crane, you know that it has its long beak, it uses the long spout. So, what is then we are relating it here? Whatever you do, that should fit in for your end use. That is the terminology what ergonomics is mean. To fit for end use. Whatever we work, whatever we do, it should suit us or fit to our basic end activities. This ergonomics is, it may not be a new word, it's a very traditional word, but if you look at an Indian condition, we are using these ergonomic terminologies the last 20-25 years. Earlier, we were aware of it, but we were not using much. Ergonomics has been derived from the Greek word. Ergo means work, and norms means it is the natural laws. So anything we work within the natural ways, the laws, natural laws is what your body could accept. That's the natural laws. Yes, you could get into the work in a right way. So it's nothing but simply putting it as fitting into the right task. So what's that? How you could achieve it? Goal of ergonomics. It says safety. We all accept it. Yes, safety is the most and the prime important. Whatever we design, the end should be of a safety. Naturally, comfort. If there is no comfortable work, why this topic today we have started with? How comfort we are working from home, how effective we could produce our work ability. So that's what the goal of ergonomics talks about, safety and comfort. Once we say safety and comfort, naturally the well-being is completed. Okay, just an assignment for all of us. I'll just give you 30 seconds. Observe these 6 images. At the end of the day or the beginning of the day, or when you in between your work activities, is it that any one of you or most of us would have adopted these type of posture, this type of, when you look at yourself, imagine how I would have been sitting or how I used to sit. Is it this any one of these? Just message me in your chat box. Out of the 6, how many of the postures, without your knowledge or with your knowledge, with you would have not even observed, you're following it up? I could see some messages coming. Let me see that. So that what is the numbers? Just yes, 1 or 2 these postures I do without my knowledge. Yes, I have done that. I could see. You could just message me that. Let me see those messages. Numbers, just the numbers. It's not an any examination. Just I want you all to understand whether are you without your knowledge sitting in any of these postures. So what is that? It's known as, they are called as a posture, what we were showing. And when we were talking about the posture, basically it is nothing but the way we hold our body. You all saw in the earlier slide the way the body is being positioned. That is what we call here as a posture. How you hold your body. Posture is of 2 styles which you would have been heard about it. It's a static posture and a dynamic posture. The terminology itself tells you very clearly what is a static, what is a dynamic. Static, we sit at a place and work. You could see that you sit and do something, you stand and do something. Teachers, most of us, we are in the static posture and sometimes or in the sitting posture, one of this. Dynamic postures are the movement. Either we lift our objects and walk around, we run around. These are all the dynamic postures. So how the static and dynamic postures, when we perform our activities, is having an impact into our body is what we are going to talk about. What does these pictures gives you a simple understanding, any simple understanding? The center one tells you something, okay, the line is straight. You could see that red line, the body is straight. So posture is correct. Here it says rigid and slump. But we have not said as a wrong or a right. The wrong here you could see. Yes, this is a wrong posture. The reason is when we keep our body very rigid, we tend to give the muscles a lot of pressure. When we leave our body too loose, slump, again, the body becomes tired and fatigued. So always make sure that you're in the right posture or in the correct posture to avoid many issues which we'll be talking as we keep going. This image tells you, because currently we all are working in front of the monitors. This is the basic thing which Dr. Meena started also, the topic. We are spending more hours compared to earlier that we are talking with the monitor. We are spending our time with the monitor. So when you look at this, can you see that 4 different P's are being shown? This is a simple concept which we could practice at our house. Protect your eyes, practice good posture, positioning of your screen, the monitor, and your positioning of your accessories like your keyboard, like your mouse, and other whatever you're going to work on. So the proper positioning is very important for a good posture. How to follow those good postures is what we will be just keep going looking at it. Okay, what happens if I don't follow these 4 P's, or without my knowledge or unconsciously, if one of these things goes incorrect, what happens to it? If it's an incorrect 4 P's, you could see these. What are these red marks? I know you all understood that very clearly. It's the painful marks, right? The red indicates the pain. And if those 4 P's, protecting, positioning, posturing, is not in a right formation, you could feel these pains. The back shoulder, the neck, you could see the palm, the wrist, the knee, everywhere the pain. And you could see that I've not completed this particular line. Incorrect 4 P's leads to what could be that? We could see from this picture, yes, it is a painful, but what is that? That you could see here, MSD. This is the most common terminology across the globe which we are observing. MSD, which you would have heard also, it's nothing but musculoskeletal disorder. And I would love to repeat one important thing. It's not a disease, people. It's only a condition. It is musculoskeletal disorder. It's a very common thing which happens due to the injuries and disorders which affect our body movement. Our muscles, tendons, ligaments, nerves all get fatigued or tired, and these are things. But if it's not being taken care, yes, MSD leads to a lot of other complications. How prevalent is? Anyone have any idea about it? How prevalent is the MSD? It's a very big number. Across the globe, 20 to 33% of people are affected with MSD. That's a very big number. I think you will accept with me. And WHO says lower back pain. I think here the most of the participants will accept that yes, we all have this single leading cause, that is the lower back pain. You could see what happens. Generally, we have a very tendency says that any injuries or aches or pains happens only for old age people. I'm young, nothing happens to me. No. MSD is not related with the age. MSD is related with the work style. How many hours we are putting in front of computers or any activities, this posture and the number of hours we work. So MSD is not related with the old age. It is related with the number of hours we work. The statistics says that between 1 in 3 and 1 in 5, even the children, live with this MSD pain conditions. And you could see that this is one of the most important condition across the globe apart from cancer. Non-cancer persistent pain conditions counted is mainly next to cancer is the musculoskeletal disorders. Now you know that how important and how prevalent is this MSD. How does it cause? Do I understand that it happens to me? Yes, it could. I think the slide is running. Okay. You could see that these are the pain symptoms, what you observe: fatigue, aches and pains, the stiffness, discomfort while working, the tenderness in your feet or your fingers, numbness. When you're working in your keyboard for a long time, you feel that numbness or a tingling feeling, burning sensation, loss of strength, and troubles. These are all the simple symptoms. It could be one or two, or it could be two, three, or sometimes we may not feel that pain, because we try to ignore it, and the pain could ensure that this is what trouble sleeping due to the pain. We ignore it while working. At the time of the sleep, we feel there is some pain which is causing. How does it causes? Work related is basically with the work environment and space design problems. In the initial, Dr. Meena was also telling, when we work in our work to concentrate. And the second, which I again like to highlight, is the poor rest and recovery. For any activities, for any pain, there is a basic rest time and a recovery time, which most of us try to ignore. We are bothered of our, so those deadlines and other things. So we never give that needed recovery time or the rest time. So these two sometimes leads to very dangerous level of our MSD. Poor health habits, which all of you all will understand, because many of you all are a home science students here, and you know that yes, our lifestyle, another way of living leads one of the factor, but the main two concepts which we have to look is our this. It's not been designed to work. So what we do, a monitor could be at one direction, our other accessories, so the angle of the body. And you could see here in this figure 3, women, we always very happy that we are a multitaskers. We do telephones, we do everything. Yes, cradling with the phone and activities, leaning forward. When we work, many a times we forget that we have completely bent forward towards our work area and doing the work. That causes the severe neck and the lower back pain. And when you're using your keypads, that is the bending of the wrist, where we are giving so much of pressure to our wrist. So these are all causes these different pains which we were talking about earlier. Okay. This is what today, I think most of you all now, if we could open up our videos, we'll be seeing this. Our common workplace at home: couch, sofa, floor, bed. We put our laptop on our lap, stretch the legs and do. Yes, I think most of us prefer that style when we work at home, then sitting on a not right? You all know that. And you could see here, sit in a regular study table and chair. And I don't think so. Apart from this, we might have something, but normally when we are sticking for a work activities, these are the common things which we work from our place at our home. Let's see how these common workplace and the postures could tell us our conditions and implications. Can you see this? This is when you sit in the floor and work, you can see that there is a gap between your back and you could see the space between the wall. And the, the laptop is kept on the lap. And most of the time, we tend to cross our legs. And again, there is a gap between the floor and the knee part, and the neck get drooped. What happens to these conditions? Lower back pain, neck and shoulder pain, thigh pain, knee pain, all pains happens. And you know very clearly from this picture, you can understand that it's not a very comfortable posture. So what could be a better posture? When you're sitting like this, you could see this, you're stretching your leg. Use the simple stools. You all know those tables which we use, we call it those accountant table in those earlier days. If you could get one of those tables, try to use those tables, right? And here you could see that the back is almost towards the wall, and we cannot sit at 90-degree, but what we can do is we could use a pillow or a cushion, cover the cushions, so that that gives you that hard surface protection for your back. And the neck, because of this raised table, you can see the drooping of shoulder is reduced. So this is a better posture which you could adopt when you're working in the floor, sitting and working on the floor, or if you're sitting and working on the bed. See this one again in the bed. When you're using the pillow, instead of what to do, I don't have a table, a small working table. What can I do? Yes, please use a pillow. That's the only option which we could do at home now. But better use a little hard pillow so that when you're working on this, here this is a soft pillow. So because of that softness, my work pressure when I'm typing or something, I could sense that there is a mobility, a small movement is there. So to keep it straight, what happens? My neck gets tilted. When you look at the other one, this hard surface supports the neck to a better raise compared to this one. These are all for the couches, for the bed, or for the floor. Dining table, our most of a standard thing which we use here. Can you observe these? Look at this. When we sit in the dining table, most of the time what we do, either we stretch our legs too far or cross it. Can you see the angle of it? And look at this. What's happening? The upper arm and the forearm is again drooped. So when it's been in the droop position, or here you could see that the legs have been in a tilted. Can we sit in this position for a longer time? No. We know what happens to it. And look at the hand condition. Look at this. Can you see? The body is straight, and I've used a pillow to get that little raised level of my height, and leg is kept in a straight position, almost attempting for a 90. Foot is rest on the floor. That's most important. And you can see the forearm, the upper arm and the forearm stretched comfortably on the laptop. So the reason is you will not have the drooped. Here you could see the tension raises in between the wrist and the lower arm of the forearm. Here you could see that because it's stretched well, the pain get completely reduced. Okay, if I sit in those things, I might get a pain. If I sit in a proper study table and a chair, I can avoid the MSD? Yes or no? It's all again in the way we sit. The posture is very important. Whether you sit in the dining table or a sofa or a proper study table, if your posture is not adapted in a right condition, there is going to be the pain conditions. This is ergonomically designed chair and a table, but still we say this is an incorrect sitting posture. Can you tell why is this? The person is not sitting completely into the table, into the chair. You could see the legs have not been properly settled on the floor. Can you see the difference between these two? Yes. Here he is sitting straight and there is a hand rest where he could keep the hands in a comfortable posture, and the monitor is tilted also comfortably. So he could see the workspace in a very better, comfortable postures. The activities could be seen. If you're standing, again, make sure what we have seen in our initial slides, your spine to be in a straight posture. So whether you're working in a study table or in your bed or a couch or from the floor, whatever is your comfortable posture, you can choose your posture, but most important is how you're sitting, how you're working. That is the most important you have to concentrate on. A simple solutions. First, we'll concentrate on our ear and the eyes. That's the most important, which immediately we could feel the pain. Ear stress, if you're using your headphones, because to avoid the external disturbances, you don't want your pressure cooker or the child giving that noise when you're into your meetings or things, you prefer to have a headphones. If you're using your headphones, please keep it at a very minimal level. Let the volume be at the minimal level. That is most important, because our ears could take up only up till 65 decibel level. More than that, any discomforts it cannot tolerate. Eye stress. What is that? Most of this earlier days, we used to say if you watch TV or if you're into for long hours, you'll be wearing glasses. Today, it's not only the glass, it is the stress created to the eye. Because we are spending, especially this last from March, most of us are spending our hours in the screen. I did just a survey some time back, and I got a results from that. Majority of them were spending more than 4 to 8 hours, or sometimes more than 8 hours, in front of the monitors. Imagine the time we are spending now in front of our monitors. So, how to protect our eyes? And OSHO is one of the ergonomic organization across the world. They given a simple suggestion is avoid direct light on the workspace. And if you're taking the natural light source, tap the maximum light into your room, how much ever you could get it. Okay, if you're not able to get the light source that much, try to make sure you could do some alternate. And if your natural light source is coming, let it come through side of your windows. Don't face the light to your eyes. That is very important. Let it come through the sides. If possible, reposition your table artificial light source. Use an adjustable table lamp. That is very important, so that it works on. You all know, home science students know that these are all they doesn't fall under the general lighting. Concentrates only on the task. So they have the task lighting, which if you look at this image, the lamp forces the light source comes only onto your keyboard. Where you're going to work on the keypad, it doesn't. Okay. Simple recommended, which I could tell you is, it's not that you're going to be order things from your Amazon. What do? I don't have enough things at home. I'm not using the ergonomically designed chair and all. So are you complaining us to buy? No, it's not required. So whatever is at home, we could just work on it. So the recommended simple postures which we could follow, since next 2 more months or 3 more months, we could be locked using those old wooden dining chairs. And if they are not an upholstered, you all know what is an upholstered furniture. If the furniture is not having the cushions in it, if you're using these type of furnitures, please try to use a pillow or a cushion to give that simple softness and the comfortability. Use a thick bath towel. You all know those turkey towel, what we call it. Just use those Turkish towel, roll it, and give that extra support to your neck and the back. If you're using any designer chairs or a short backrest and all, try to use these towels, which gives supports your back, and the drooping of neck could be avoided. And you could use a simple hand towels, because when we are using in the dining table, our forearm and the wrist could rest on the edges of the table. Those edges could be very hard. And when we are giving the pressure on our wrist and working, we could see that the pain in the wrist and the fingers increase. So just use a simple small hand towels, wrap it around and put it at the edge of your table and keep working. These are all the simple things. You don't need to order it through Amazons and all that. It's a very simple activities we can follow at home. I would love to end this as the simple recommendations. May not be possible for you at your home. What another person do. So based on your body needs, with the materials available, just adapt simple redesigning methods. Use a carton box or a bound books to increase the height of the laptop. So that sometimes if your chair is too small, you can't increase the height of the chair. But or you could just increase the table, some which you could adapt it based on your body position and based on your size. Just adapt these simple techniques. Carton box, bound books to increase the height of the laptop for the right visions, which you will not have the drooping necks. And you could use external. This is one thing which I would like to recommend. If you have not using, try to use this, because most of the human ergonomic society across the globe, they suggest this. Have an external keyboard and the mouse, because they give you little more comfortable space for working than into that small laptop's keyboard. Whatever you have that keypad, if you have an external keypad and the mouse, that helps the restriction of your movement of wrist and forearms, so that you could just invest and buy it. This is, I think you all will accept with me. Take a break every hour. Make sure to get your own water bottle, fill it up your bottle, or get your coffee instead of asking someone to serve your place. In office, yes, you might be served in your table, but here, make sure that you get and walk, even if your dining table in your kitchen is hardly 3 to 4 feet away, so that that gives you the breakdown from monotony, and you walk around. If you're moving from your place, the body gets that freeness. The rigidness is avoided. Stick to schedule. This is one thing which we all are forgetting when we are working at the home, that we never combine your home front and the work front together. Though you're now forced to do this at home, but please never do that. Stick on to a time schedule. That's one of the most important. And many times I myself, I thought that where am I? Am I standing in front of the cooktop or am I standing in front of the laptop? So we get confused when we are trying to combine our homework and the front, our office work. So make sure that. Okay, at the end of the day, what am I going to carry home after 5:30? Very simple. Just think these things, go through it. Points to ponder is what I love to talk about. Sit consciously back with your straight spine. Be aware of your workplace. This is most important, because we all know that we have been now forced into a completely different work environment. At a home, at least 2 to 3 people will be simultaneously working. All will be having their own busy schedules. So understand your workplace. This is what the current trend which we are going to work. Everyone will be working in the family. So how to take care of it? So be aware of your workplace. Listen to your body. This is most important. Students, my friends, and everyone, just I would love to say that listen to your body. Don't allow your body to cry. If your body says you cannot sit more than this time, get up, walk, as I told, for a few minutes, give the rest to your body, and then get back to work. That is very important. Listen to your body. Maximize the comfort of your workplace with the simple remedies, whatever available. Most of us will have our extra pillows. We could have a simple carton boxes converted as a table. We could do anything. We are very innovative. So we could just convert anything. Maximize the comfort. Demarcate your work and the home. Never combine both the activities. Because why I repeatedly want to stress this particular thing is, my survey study showed that within this 45 days, when I did my study, it was on the 50th day, the people felt that, most of them felt that there was no standard time work. That was an answer which I got it. So please stick to time schedule and don't combine your work from home, that in your work from home conditions, combine your work activities and the home together. Give short breaks. Make sure to walk for few minutes, just few minutes every 2 hours. Accept the new norm. We all know that this is our norm. Please accept the new norm and enjoy the best out of it. Yes, I could just now listen to you all. Anything you have, you could just tell me. Any questions?
Please raise your hand.
Participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hand.
Many questions are welcome. And normally we say that if there is no questions, I was very clear, or things have been known, we could take it up in any style.
One participant has raised a hand.
Yeah, please. Is she messaging or is she answering?
She has raised. I'm making her. You can unmute yourself and ask questions.
I think somebody has asked, can we sit down keeping our legs folded instead of sitting on the chair? No, that is also not which is a posture for studying. Okay, let me, thank you.
You can chat. If any questions, you can put your questions in the chat box.
Yeah, Meena, I could just answer for few of that. Majority of them have asked
Yes,
for how to give the treatment for eyes. Eye stress. I think that's a question which I could see that. Is eye stress is, you just take away your eyes. There is one very simple line, what they talk is a ratio 20-20-20. It's called as, you look at 20 feet away from where you're sitting, from the same place, for 20 seconds, right? And just for 20 seconds, you look at the, from a 20 feet place, so that gives your eyes the basic relief of the stress. And always the best thing is, close your monitor, get up, walk around, get back after 10-15 minutes. That is the best thing you could do it. And there are now a simple drops are coming as a blink. And if you keep blinking, don't stare at the eyes, your monitor, sorry. Don't stare the monitor for a long time. Keep blinking. That is one important thing which we have to look. And again, I saw some is, can we fold our legs and sit? I think you can't sit in a folded position for a long time, because again, you get the pain in your thigh muscles. And one thing I would like to add here is, most of us have our own body comfort. That's why I said, listen to your body. When you're sitting, make sure your body back, the spine is erect, and you're sitting in a comfortable posture. Your fingers or your forearms are not in a stress position. That is the most important, which you could look into it. Okay, somebody has asked how to support our wrist. When you're working with a dining table or a hard surface place, just as I was telling you, use a simple handkerchief or a towel and fold it and keep it at the edge of your table, so that gives you the protection for your wrist part. You could see that this, it's a very, these tendons are very, it's always, we feel that pain here and they are very sensitive. So give them that simple protection by using the hand towels. Can we have support for our legs below the chair? Yes. If you could get a simple small stools or something in a slanting posture, you would have seen in the buses, in our bus while we travel or in the airplane and all that, you see those slanting footrests. Yes, if you could get like that a footrest, it's perfectly well and good.
Good evening, ma'am. Actually, I want to ask a question on the standing posture for a long time. If we keep
Yes.
standing on our feet for a long time, then we have the stiff knees and feet pain continuously. What can we do to manage this kind of a situation, or is there any posture management or some kind of an exercise where
Teachers,
we can avoid the pain?
especially for teachers, that is one of our biggest disadvantage. We are in the static posture on standing for a long hours, at least 1 hour continuous we stand. So the only thing what we could is maybe after 20-30 minutes, we have to just take a pause and walk around in the same place in your classroom. Instead of standing and teaching, you could just walk around. That's the only way you could avoid. Because if you stand in the same posture for more than 40-30 minutes, yes, you are going to get the pain. So just try to avoid standing in a static posture and give the mobility. When you keep moving around, the pain subsides.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any questions? Or somebody said they've asked some question. I missed it. I don't know where it went.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyone?
Ma'am, Miss Saraswati ma'am have asked one doubt.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Often we think of MSD is only for neck and shoulder, but can you explain that in wrong posture and standing posture, there is a strain in knee joint?
MSC is not restricted only for a neck or a shoulder. MSD is for all our body postures. It is not exclusively for the neck, or it's not exclusively for shoulder, or it's that. It's a combination of the pain due to our postures, the way we sit. It's not that because I'm standing for a long time, I'm going to get a leg pain. Not required. It could be, and the strain, and it's just, I could see this question. MSG is only for neck and shoulder, that in wrong posture, standing posture, there is a strain in knee joints. Actually, this is, I would like to tell for everyone that standing for a long hours or then only working in the computer is creating the MSD. The neck, shoulder, wrist, all that because of other postures. Standing posture is not exclusively for knee joints. Maybe here, if it's you're standing for a long time and if you're feeling the knee joint pain, it's not that MSD, it could be other age related, it could be many other causes. If it's only the standing in a wrong position, if you're not standing in your right posture, that could lead to the MSD. But standing, because I'm standing for a long time, I'm getting into pain, that could be the, like what we were talking about, our recovery time, rest time, or it could be our health habits, it could be other components which could have added to it. Hope I think I've answered for Dr. Saraswati, your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I think you would have enjoyed this session. Just because it is a 1 hour and a webinar, we have just given the simple introduction about the postures. Maybe we could, because we don't want to go into the detail of ergonomics, so that first we want to understand what is the posture, we could have at a later stage. Now we all have understood your basic positioning postures, how to sit. We could go ahead later at some stage. Yeah, watching TV or mobile, is it good? No, definitely no. Especially while lying down posture, please never ever do that. In fact, your monitor screen lighting is much, it's not that harsher compared to your mobile screen. The lights, the rays emitting from your mobile is more harsher than your monitor screen. Because for the monitor, you could protect some sort of maybe the simple, you have a lot of those thin films comes. But mobile, please never ever do that. I could see one last question. Watching TV or mobile in lying down posture, is it good? Please don't do, people. Yes, Meena. Any other doubts?
Any doubts from participants? Okay, it was a very precise and relevant presentation, ma'am. Really, many of us
Thank you.
have back pain, shoulder pain. Now they all got a remedy to rectify those constraints. On the whole, it was a wonderful presentation, ma'am. Thanks a lot for explaining in a beautiful manner.
Thank you very much, Meena and others. I'm very happy to share this. And one more thing I would like to say is I'm doing this study with women, self-help group women, and many people. So since I'm observing this for the last few years, one thing I observed is most of us are aware of what we are doing, but unconsciously or consciously, our body habitual, our habits have taken over us, then our consciousness. We know that the way I'm sitting is wrong, but our body thinks that the way, if I'm in a very slack posture, I'm in a very relaxed mode. So I think the habit is taken over, then our awareness, which we should try to avoid and be very conscious of how we are sitting or how we are walking around. Most of the activities, if we are conscious about our postures, I think we could avoid the MSD. Thank you, Meena. Thanks for
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
participant.
Can you make me host, ma'am, in that?
Yeah. Oh, I should. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I generously thank our correspondent, sir, adorable principal, vice principal for their consistent guidance rendered every time. My dear colleagues, thank you for all your support towards completing this webinar in a successful manner. My special thanks to dear students, college faculties, and other participants who are attending this webinar. Thank you all once again. Now I request you all to fill this feedback form so that e-certificate will be generated to your mail, and this feedback form will be available in the chat for another 30 minutes. You can take time to fill the feedback form.
Is that the remote control? No, that is not that.
I have sent the link of the feedback form.
Meena, I think
Yes, ma'am.
is not.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, the chat is disabled, so the link may not appear here.
Yeah, yes, Meena, the chat is disabled.
Okay, once again I will check, ma'am.
I thought it is for me only.
No, ma'am, it is totally disabled.
Yes, no, it's able.
No, it is showing disabled for all of us, ma'am. You're not able to type anything there.
Chat is disabled for me.
Meena, actually, now I stopped sharing. I think you will become the host, right? Now it's converted to that. I think.
Ma'am, we have got the link. Thank you, ma'am. We have got the link now.
Yeah, the link is there. Actually, I'd like to thank everyone. We had a very good evening. Hope the Saturday evening is taken over in a very happy moment of stay. I know whenever now the next 2-3 days at least, whenever you're going to sit, it's going to be, oh, is it that am I sitting in a right way, or am I using my fingers on my keyboard in a right method? It could just take over. Have a nice weekend. Let's get back again for some other topic with Meena. I would like to thank Meena. Really, it was a very wonderful session and my most loved topic. So I enjoyed this topic very much. So I'm also very happy to be part of it. Thank you everyone for this lovely evening. Have a great time. Meena, I can't hear your voice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Whenever they are going to sit or stand, always they will remember all the points whichever you shared. So their health will be improved much better. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Meena.
Yes.